I'm Kate Rowe, and what I do is pretty much everything from updating the call for makers, so the entry form that the makers fill out, all the way through managing all their data, placing all those makers, doing all the communications and working. It's a whole team of people, but working with that team of people and managing them through to when the makers get on site and then making sure that they have everything they need. I really think about the intent. I try to imagine what is the intention of the maker being there, what are they trying to do, what is their experience. I mean, when they fill out the application, we actually ask them, well, how do you categorize yourself? And that's a very important question to me when we're looking at how to place them, because that's how they self-categorize. So even if I think their project is very robotic, if they self-categorize as education, then I want to put them in the education area. We also have a question that says, you have a placement request, and I pay a lot of attention to that question. We try to do our best to place makers where they feel like they fit best, and we pay a lot of attention to the experience, not only of the, we have two, we're trying to pay attention to the experience of the attendee, so I'm really kind of crazy about making sure it's like, what is it like if I'm walking down this aisle? Like, what's around me? Like, if I want Raspberry Pi, like, let's say I'm coming to the fair and I'm like this Raspberry Pi person, I just want to see Raspberry Pi, where do I go? What's that experience? Where am I standing in the middle? I want to feel like I'm standing in the middle of Raspberry Pi, right? And then I kind of want to like, and then a lot of Raspberry Pi people also do Arduino, so then you want to kind of like, I want to feel this experience of I'm interested in Raspberry Pi, and then all of a sudden there's this exhibit that's also Arduino, and then all of a sudden I find myself in Arduino area. So what we try to do is we kind of like blend, and we're very kind of crazy, like how are we blending the exhibits, the content from one into the other thing, and then we're also considering what kind of hands-on experiences are around me. So I also, Maker Faire is not a convention, and we don't want it to feel like that. And so when we're placing, we're kind of placing ourselves in this imaginary world of what we think all the exhibits are going to be like, and what we think. So we have questions asking about, do you have a hands-on activity? What is that hands-on activity? And so it does take some time to wrap your head around what is this area like to experience. It's really fun. It takes a long time. I'm not sure if anyone mentioned it, but we actually print out a label for each maker, and that really becomes the physical representation of them. And it prevents us from double placing them and make sure that we have ensured we have placed them, but we also use it like, here, do you want to place Robot Resurrection? And we literally like pass them between each other.